In this video I will continue to talk about modified carnivore diet, and I believe it is the base of longevity, the base if you want to stay healthy and live very long. This is what you have to, supposed to do, at least I believe in it. Okay, let's go. This is part 2. As always, I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. You will get access to the source of information. Maybe you will understand the text better. And so make your own research. Don't rely on my opinion, because I'm not medical professional. I'm a professional scientist, a doctor have PhD in physics and mathematics, but last 5 years I work also in biology. So, and I have a master degree in chemistry. Biology is just more complicated chemistry, I believe. So and I love it. Okay, so. And but my conclusions are sometimes, and while I use a lot of references and a lot of scientific publications as source of information, my opinion often is much different from what is what is promoted by medical industry, and also there's some people who work in this area, longevity. So I'm different. Okay, I work for myself mostly. I'm not interested to sell some expensive supplements, or I'm not interested to shorten shorten lifespan in humans like medical professionals do. Okay, let's go. Okay, unlike most animals where higher reproduction is linked to shorter lifespan, queens of social insects such as ants, termites and honeybees can be both highly fertile and extremely long-lived. In particular, queens of honeybees live from 3 to 7 years, while a worker bee lives about few weeks to a few months. It is an interesting observation that queens of all social insects are fed all their life the same substances as in the larva stage. So they start, like humans start from breast milk, but then after a year or shorter, they start to eat some solid food and etc. And they change to from ketosis, they change to use of sugars as source of energy. Okay, let's go. In particular, the queen bee is fed royal jelly throughout the entire life, while worker bees only fed royal jelly for first few days as larva, and then later switched to a diet of pollen and honey. So you see, it is like humans. Humans get relatively short while breastfeed milk, breast milk, but then they change to sugars as a source of energy. Such a diet, like for queen bee, royal jelly, is a key factor in the development and longevity. Would humans live much longer if our diet will be closer to the composition of human breast milk? It is a good question. I believe it is so. At least we cannot consume breast milk all the time, because again it is just impossible, but we can simulate it a little bit. Okay, so this is as I always was telling that the newborn babies are in ketosis. They consume some lactose, some milk sugar also, but mostly they stay in ketosis and use ketonic body and fat as a source of energy. Okay, so benefits of ketogenic diet a lot, but you have to consider that there are ketogenic diet based on plants, which is, I believe, not so good idea, and also carnivore diet is extreme version of the ketogenic diet. Okay, so newborn infants, they use fats as the main energy source, despite breast milk being rich in sugar lactose. Fats provide a concentrated high energy source crucial for physical growth and development of the brain and nervous system. Premature born babies often cannot digest lactose because their digestive system does not produce enough of the enzyme lactase, which can lead to symptoms like bloating, gas, and diarrhea. In full-term infants, the body produces lactase enzyme yet a part of lactose gets into the colon and works as prebiotic, that is food for beneficial lactobacteria in the gut of these babies. And most modern adults lose the ability to produce this enzyme lactase, leading to lactose intolerance. However, even these adults, lactose intolerant adults, can consume 1-2 cups of milk a day, maybe in smaller portions, but it is okay. It is okay. So then lactose will work as prebiotic. Okay, breastfeeding benefits a lot, you know. Yeah, sorry. It is if you want to have the baby smart, yeah, it is absolutely important. And also, if you want your baby smart, you have to continue keep the baby in ketosis and provide enough of animal fat to the baby. I'm quite lucky in this sense that my father was a little bit crazy to make liver pate with fat, and so I didn't like it, but there was no other food. So I was eating this liver pate with bread, and so. But again, it appeared that it improved my intellectual intelligence. So I have relatively high IQ, and this is why I work in science. So goat milk is often cited as being particularly close in composition to human breast milk, because it contains beta-casein similar to human milk, in difference from cow milk, and it has a smaller fat global size, leading to quicker digestion of this milk. And they also, this A1 beta-casein found in most cow milk may ignite an allergic reaction in people with leaky gut syndrome. Okay. So many enthusiasts of this carnivore diets, they recommend not to consume any dairy product. Why? Because they have this autoimmune reaction. But autoimmune reaction is a consequence of this leaky gut syndrome. Leaky gut syndrome is because you cannot, you don't care about gut health. You have long gut transit time, you have constipation, and you have not enough prebiotics, so it is wrong, okay, I believe. Okay, so you can consume this kind of casein in cow milk, no problem, but if your gut is healthy. So also cow milk contains higher level of lactose compared to goat and sheep milk. Consumption of goat milk may contribute to the long lifespan of biblical patriarchs like Abraham, who lived 175 years, Isaac lived 180 years, Jacob 147 years. You can rely on Bible or not, believe or not that such people existed. But again, I am as a Christian, and also historically it was confirmed that these people were in our history, and they really lived long. Compared, for example, to Egyptians who were mostly on plant-based diet, they lived much longer. So in Bible you can read, and there will be goat milks enough for you and for family to be used as food for your household, for a family. Again, it is what Bible recommends. So goat milk was always very essential part of the diet in these tribes of Jews and also other tribes. However, the role of the diet in longevity is not yet scientifically verified. Okay, I believe that it is important, but okay, health benefit of goat milk are a lot. So in some ant species, queens rely on consuming their mature larva hemolymph. And it calls this larval hemolymph feeding. And this hemolymph is a rich source of nutrients, including lipids, some sugars, amino acids, and proteins, which are crucial for the queen's energy, longevity, and eggs production. The larvae themselves survive this feeding with little apparent long-term harm. So we may learn that this hemolymph, larval hemolymph, then is important. So we can learn from this, and in older age consume amino acids and water-soluble proteins, such as whey protein, to reduce production of toxins in the colon and extend our longevity. Again, this is it was not confirmed in some clinical trials, but again, I see that at least for myself, I feel much better with this. If I consume these amino acids and water-soluble proteins, and then my gut transit time is short enough. So microbial fermentation of carbohydrates is used in industry to produce protein and essential amino acids such as lysine, methionine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine, and conditional essential amino acids such as glycine and arginine. So industrial produced essential amino acids and conditional essential amino acids generally much cheaper than animal proteins, and they are widely used as animal feed. And to serve as high quality, cost-effective protein supplements. Yeah, okay, you go read it. And if it is beneficial for animals and even for chicken, I mean, why it is not beneficial for me? I buy this industrial produced amino acids and consume them. It's good, no problem, I believe. So again, this is how the ant queen feeding on hemolymph or larva, so they rely on this. They are getting this hemolymph as source of food, and also microbes. Microbes rely on hemolymph as the source of amino acids and proteins. Okay, so then microbial proteins are produced by industry in large volumes, and again, because they are very much cheaper than plant protein, and even especially animal-based protein. So it is, yeah. Another important factor which limits our longevity is stiffening of the extracellular matrix, which together with bones constitute the frame of our body. Extracellular matrix stiffening develops in our bodies over time due to destruction of elastin fibers and cross-linking of collagen fibers by sugar molecules. Increased blood sugar levels lead to cross-links on collagen by glycation and resistance to degradation, and this cross-link collagen is resistant to degradation, resistant to replacement, and by immune cells, so that enzymes collagenases are not working on the cross-link in skin and tissues and organs. The amino acids glycine and lysine have been already described to exhibit an anti-glycation effect. You see the regular consumption of glycine and lysine is very good. Especially if you in follow a ketogenic diet or carnivore diet, so it include glycine and lysine to this. Supplementation with zinc, ascorbic acid, and lysine in the drinking water decreased insulin resistance and inhibiting protein glycation in diabetic rats and humans. Okay, so it is already proven. So just ascorbic acid, lysine. Ascorbic acid and lysine, Linus Pauling was recommending to consume ascorbic acid and lysine. He personally consumed 6 grams of lysine a day and 18 grams of ascorbic acid. I follow him because I respect him as he is a brilliant scientist, and so his recommendations are very different from official recommendations of medical professionals, but again, I trust him, not medical professionals. Okay, so this is what happens and what is necessary. So immune cells migrate through our body, and they migrate so that through this frame of extracellular matrix, and if extracellular matrix is stiff and they cannot migrate, and then maintenance of our body is compromised. So glycation links to collagen bonds, and it is especially visible in skin. Okay, extracellular matrix, what is changing? First, elastin destroyed. The elastin is young women, 25 years, they have prime time when skin is elastic and beautiful, but then in the age of 35, it's already gone. The skin already not so good and not so elastic. So, and again, it is also, maybe it is related somehow to ability to have, to fertility, ability to have children. Collagen is lasting longer and about 70 years, but again, it depends. It depends. So if you cross-link collagen and it is stable to enzymes, then you will just die because of stiffening of the extracellular matrix. Elastin is the main protein of the extracellular matrix in the artery wall and can comprise up to 50% of its dry weight, and aging leads to degradation of elastin fibers by proteolytic enzymes, so just like MMM enzymes, matrix metalloproteinases, they destroy elastin fibers. What is interesting, doxycycline at small doses inhibits the activity of these enzymes and reduces blood vessel stiffness. So it is interesting. So doxycycline, but in small doses. Elastin fibers, in the body are made of mixture of tropoelastin blocks cross-linked by the lysine residues and fibrous fibrillin. Okay, so you see lysine again, important as a supplement. Both components are primarily made of amino acids such as glycine, valine, alanine, and proline. Certain vitamins and microelements such as vitamin C, vitamin A derivatives, and vitamin B, E, and K, kappa, zinc, and coenzyme A support collagen and elastin production. So this is a demonstration that doxycycline is in combination with losartan, doxycycline plus losartan, and other medications. I was talking about this. It is improving it is reducing the elastin breaks. So it is actually very good to combine doxycycline in losartan in small doses. But people use it for years, and skin of them is much better, much more elastic. Okay, oral supplementation of specific collagen peptides has been shown to increase skin elasticity and reduce eye wrinkle volume. So in the skin, okay, here. So some foods and components like cocoa flavonols and water extracts of garlic, beetroots, curcumin, and dill seeds show association with improved arterial elasticity, and the high molecular weight hyaluronic acid is one of the components of the extracellular matrix, and NACMO rats have higher concentration of this hyaluronic acid in their skin and other tissues compared to mice and humans. And studies suggest that as we age, the body production of this hyaluronic acid declines. Oxidative stress and chronic inflammation due to accumulation of senescent cells can be responsible for degradation of high molecular weight hyaluronic acid and reduction in its production. So again, concentration of hyaluronic acid in skin is dropped tremendously. It's to like 20 times, more than 20 times drop from age of 19 to 70 years. So it's again, it is terrible. Okay, so increase of skin elasticity if you have orally hyaluronic acid solution, and yeah, you can consume it as supplement. It is improving, not radically, but you see some improvements. Even 40 days already enough. Okay, a practical plan for long healthy life. Number one, base your diet on eggs, butter, goat milk if you can buy it, but also it's yogurt, cheese, whey protein, high quality meats prepared with sous-vide cooking at temperatures from 44 degrees to 64 degrees, and pressure cooked bone broth. Also, you can consume bone broth. It has a lot of amino acids and peptides. Okay, number 2, include gut-friendly prebiotics such as edible mushrooms and raw potato starch or cassava starch, up to 100 gram, mixed with 10 up to 40 gram of ascorbic acid daily. Again, if you consume too much ascorbic acid, it works just like osmotic laxative, and so you will just go to toilet a little bit more often, which is, I believe, healthy. I have no problem with it. Include melatonin if you can buy melatonin. Again, 1 gram or maybe 2 gram, no problem. Doxycycline 20 milligram, and fisetin. Fisetin also very healthy. Half gram a day, or maybe use some, according to my clinic protocol, use fisetin few gram a day, but not all time, but just 2 days, and then 2 days, and then wait for a month or 2 months, and then consume again large doses of fisetin. Include essential and semi-essential amino acids, especially glycine, NAC, lysine, monosodium glutamate. Again, monosodium glutamate, 10 gram, even 20 gram would make no harm. It is so much recommended to reduce consumption of glutamate, and a lot of information that, oh, it may ignite cancer cells. No. What can ignite cancer cells is glutamine, not glutamate, but glutamine. Glutamine is different from glutamate with ammonia attached to these amino acids. Glutamate is important to transport ammonia from your gut or from your muscles to liver, and remove ammonia. Ammonia is very toxic. So, but if you consume a supplement glutamine, it is already has ammonia. So you increase the amount of ammonia consumed, and so it is not good idea. But it is highly it is like recommended to use glutamine. And it's expensive. Monosodium glutamate is so cheap. In 20 gram, I replaced all table salt with glutamate, and my dogs love it. Also, it is improved how the meat is, taste of the meat. Yeah. Taurine, okay. Shit. Taurine, 6 gram daily. I induce potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, and microelements such as zinc, copper, selenium, and iodine. Also, butter is very, very important. Okay, so guys, okay, so you can go to the source of information, make your own research. Don't rely on my opinion. But again, my idea is that learning from nature and focusing on a diet or nutrient-dense animal-based foods supported by specific gut health boosters like resistant starch and mushrooms, we can create an environment in our bodies that is primed for long and vibrant life. Okay, thank you for your time. Again, my opinion is very different from official opinion, even from opinion of carnivore enthusiasts, because, well, I'm a scientist. I don't care about opinion of other people. As a scientist, I'm searching, I'm working to get true results, for the truth. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.